Hi, good afternoon. It's Sunday afternoon after a talk, so I decided I better just give you some tips on what the talk yesterday was about. It was about self-validation. So many people think that they must do things to be validated or recognized or accepted by others, but we must not do that. We must do things simply because we can, because it makes us feel good, because it permits us to experience ourselves in a different way, because we are tapping into the creation part of ourselves within. What a lot of people seem to forget is that we are not physical beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a physical experience. So therefore, spiritual beings can be in various places, can do various things at any given time. So what we have come here to do is basically to learn how to manifest in a physical space, and therefore permit ourselves to feel, hear, think, and create. So we must always operate from source. Source is our soul, and our soul is God. For God, all things are possible. There is nothing that is impossible to God. So when we do things with our God-given source from the soul, we don't need validation from others. We can validate it ourselves because there's no biasness, there's no anger, there's no showing off, there's no desire to be better than. We are simply doing it for the enjoyment of it. Realize that our natural form is always an unstressed a form that is not nervous, a form that is calm, totally relaxed, totally in control, for that is who we are. We are powerful beyond what we even think, because thought is what creates. Energy, remember, flows where thought goes. So therefore, anything that you think about and you'd like to expand on, the more you think about it, the more you energize it. The more you energize it, the sooner it comes to pass, the quicker it manifests. When we take the very first step out of safety mode, out of our comfort zone, out of the norm, that is when the universe comes and meets us along the way. We must never just create because we want people to recognize us or people to compliment us. We must do that ourselves. We must awaken each day, look into the mirror, look at ourselves and say, I am amazing. Look at your face, look at your body, look at everything. Look at the facts that the things that surround you have all come about as a result of something or other that you have done. Nothing just happens. So you must realize that you have unlimited power, unlimited potential. You can do anything you set your mind to. Stop waiting for other people to validate you, to recognize what you've done. Also start to operate more out of consciousness as compared to operating out of habit. Why do you brush your teeth? To keep your teeth nice and clean, to feel refreshed, so that your teeth can last longer, so that, later in old age you still have teeth. You mustn't just go through the motions and go there and brush your teeth simply because everybody else does it. Why do you wash your face in the morning? Because you want to remove the sleep and you want to wake yourself up. So that is why you wash your face in the morning. So learn to do things more out of consciousness. Why would you greet somebody? Because it makes you feel good. Good morning, a nice and happy, upbeat good morning always uplifts people instead of a dead good morning like, wow, the problems of the world are on my shoulders. You must always experience the highest feeling ever you had about who you are. You must always operate from consciousness. You must always do it so that whatever it is that you've done, from beginning to end, if anybody ever were to say, why have you done that? How could you do that? You could always look at them and say, it was my best. It was the best I could do. And be sure that it certainly was the best that you could do. Because you must not pretend to be doing your best. You must be doing your best. You must give it your all, 110%, 150%. And then things start to happen in your life. That is what it's about. Whatever you put in is exactly what you're going to get out. And also don't forget, whatever you plant now, you're going to pick it up in the future. Because everything is an investment. There's nothing that just happens by accident. And therefore, why do you operate accidentally? Why do you operate unconsciously? Be fully aware of everything that you do. Whenever you do it, with whomever you do it, be conscious of your words, be conscious of your gestures, be conscious of whatever energies you are emitting, because the universe responds to your energies, to your thoughts, to what you feel. And as soon as you decide that you are going to do things to please yourself, you're going to do it because you can. If you do it for somebody else, you're going to do it because it offers you an opportunity to experience yourself in a different way. Then you must do it wholeheartedly and not complain. Each single day that you go to work, you should be eternally grateful you have work. You have a job to go to. So many people are unemployed. They would love to be in the position that you are in. Every day you awake and look at the roof and say, oh no, in this house again. Why not look at it and say, wow, I am better off than 6 million people in the world. I awakened today with a roof over my head. When you open that tap to brush your teeth, you say, thank you, Lord, I'm better off than 6 million people in the world who don't have running water. As you choose those clothes on a daily basis, choose them and enjoy the fact that you can choose them. 6 million people in the world only have the clothes they have on their back. So operate from the sphere of gratitude always. If anybody smiles at you, if anybody greets you, if anybody does anything for you, feel gratitude, feel grateful, feel inspired, feel uplifted, enjoy and live the moment. Because the only moment you are sure of is this moment now as you watch me and you are listening to me. You're not sure of the next moment. So why not live it to the best of your ability? Feel the highest feeling ever you had about who you are. By the way, it's Sunday. I'm feeling a little bit tired after yesterday's speech. Whenever I give talks, they drain me because the messages come so fast and so many messages. But I do it because I have to be seen and I have to make a difference in the world. I have to be seen to be making that difference. I have to remind people of who they are. So many people forget who they are. They run themselves down instead of learning to appreciate themselves. It's like everything that we do. When you do it wholeheartedly and then release it, let it go. Don't wait for validation. It's like when you ask God for something and when you want something so desperately, ask and then release it. Stop this business of asking and then going back and then rethinking. No, I no longer want a BMW. I now want a Mercedes. No, I don't want a Mercedes. Now I want a limousine with a driver. You keep chopping and changing your mind. Be careful what you wish for. When the universe gives it to you, then you no longer want it. It's the same in relationships. People tell you about how certain people are, but no, you want the experience. You go into it, you have a great time while you're in it, and then one day you wake up and you realize, oh, this person just has too many things that, do not match up with what I do or what I like, and suddenly you feel drained and suddenly you're focusing on the negative and then you want to leave them. And when you leave them, that's when they don't want to leave you. And now you feel very sorry for yourself. You don't know how to get rid of them. You start getting depressed. Oh, stop that. It was your choice, honey. Choose wisely, choose consciously, realize that every single thing that you do has a repercussion. So if there are 100 different reactions as a result of any one of your actions, become conscious of that. You must realize that there is nothing that we do, nothing that we feel that doesn't have a repercussion. So ensure that your energies are pure. Also, whenever you do something, realize that I personally, for example, do not believe that there is a devil. A devil is an excuse used by people so that they can be evil and then just pretend that there is a devil. No, I believe that we each have two wolves inside us. A good wolf and a bad wolf. Now, depending upon which wolf you are going to feed, things are going to happen for you. So whenever you feed the good wolf all the time, whenever you are courteous to people, whenever you greet them, energetically and feel great about the greeting, whenever you do something for another and enjoy it, whenever you go out and you carry something for somebody that you see, instead of being on your phone and pretending not to see them so that you don't have to make eye contact, live that moment. That's the only moment you have. You never know who the person is that you are helping. And you, of course, when you plant good, you're going to harvest it further on in front. So remember that whatever you do it with your whole heart. Do it consciously, do it because you can, do it because it makes you feel good, and enjoy it. And don't expect anything from anybody. And you validate yourself. Whenever you do something that you feel, I've done great, every day, in fact, let me tell you, I'll share this with you that I do. I find one good thing that I've done. If I'm in a situation where somebody is rude, by the way, in my country, They lack service. They have no way of handling the public, the civil servants. And not even only the civil servants, but even stores in general. People don't know how to talk to people. And the tendency is for me to actually get a little bit irritated by their so-called service. So if I can take a step back and I can behave in a manner which to me is responsible and I feel good about it, and I walk out without having to teach them anything, because we are not here to fix anybody and we are not here to teach anybody anything. They will learn when they're ready. So when I can actually handle myself and control myself and feel good about it, I tap myself on the back and I validate myself and say, you've done great today, my girl. And you should do that as well, whatever it is. Whether it be that, you greeted somebody that normally is nasty to you and you greeted them in a very upbeat manner and you were indifferent to the fact that they are moody and they are nasty. You just greet them because you can. Good morning, so-and-so. And you carry on. You do it and feel the highest feeling ever you felt about who you are. So you must each day find something to congratulate yourself on, because that helps you with your self-esteem, that helps you to build up self-confidence. It also helps you to uplift yourself, because whenever I am down, I look for an opportunity to help somebody, and when I help somebody, it automatically uplifts me. I will tell you of an incident I encountered the other day as I came back. I'd had a long day, waited 4 hours in one government department after another, and upon my return I had to go into the city, which is actually not normal because I can go to my home without going via the city. I was beginning to feel depressed, I was beginning to feel exhausted. So as I was driving down a slope, I found a police officer who was walking down in his uniform, hitting a file against his leg. So the traffic was flowing and I put on my hazards, opened the window and said, "Officer, stop having such a good time looking at other people's wives and let me take you home." I opened the door and the officer jumped in and he could not stop laughing. And that was all I needed for the afternoon. It uplifted me. I got home. I was really feeling great. I started doing my cooking. And of course, as evening comes, I always have to transcribe one or other case, because in the morning I have to submit. I'm a transcriber amongst so many other things. So that gave me the energies I needed to just rejuvenate myself and replenish myself. As I dropped him off, I was very impressed because he said, "Thank you very much, not only for the ride, but for the great laugh." He said, "I had a long day and I just needed to laugh and release." As I said earlier, whatever you ask for, ask and then release it. Stop digging and changing your mind about things. Decide consciously what you want. Stop operating so often out of habit and more out of consciousness. And also, whatever you do, realize that it is your life. You must do it without conviction. You must do it and feel great about it. And you must know that is the right thing to do. And of course, operate from the good wolf inside you, not from the bad one. And remember always, your natural state is a state of no anxiety, no nervousness, no stress, because we are spiritual beings having a physical experience. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Namaste.